Before we start, here is a quick disclaimer. This video is about my personal method of identifying potential cheaters in tf2. It's not flawless, it's not bulletproof, but it's a system that worked for me after over 7,000 hours in tf2, and probably just 5k of them to fight cheaters in 2-thought. None of the methods I will show are a proof by themselves that someone is a cheater. A weak flick would just be some muscle memory, a private profile just someone who wants to protect their privacy, and a community ban could just be years old or even unjust. We never know what happened. But by connecting multiple clues through the gameplay behavior of the person, the Steam profile investigations, and maybe checking via some community tools, I can usually spot someone who is not playing fair. The first thing I will watch is the gameplay of the person. It's the biggest clue, and probably the hardest to fake. So here is what I will look for usually, depending on the cheater. I will first of all look for some inhumane aim flicks, so some flicks who are way too fast to be humans. Something where it instantly flicks on you, you know. It will be quite a dead giveaway. I will also check for some preferring around corners, or some shooting before they even see someone. I will just track back that, okay, did I do some sound who could give them some audio cue so they can know where I was at that time or not. And if it's not the case, then yeah, it will start to be a bit suspicious. One of the deadest giveaways you could see will be some auto-strafe patterns. Basically, it will be some unnatural or perfectly smooth movement, especially with some odd mouse turns. And for example, you shoot a rocket at a player and he strafes back midair. Yeah, it's very suspicious in that case. And one of the most dead giveaway will be an excessive amount of crit luck, especially when it's conveniently timed to clean up some kills or break some stalemates, or if you pair it with some preferring around corners, just walk in and boom, you get a rocket. Yeah, there's a chance that person could be cheating. But obviously, one lucky crit or one perfect shot doesn't make someone a cheater. But when these things pile up, as I said, it's when I will start to dig a bit deeper on that person, when the kill will feel unnatural, basically. So next stop will be the Steam profile, and it will be to try to see some patterns into the Steam profile. First, I will just start to check the amount of hours in tf2. Someone with under 100 hours who never miss a headshot will be obviously a major red flag. You will also check the other games, because let's say you have 100 hours in tf2 but 5,000 hours in CSGO. Okay, in that case, it does make sense that he's good with its gun weapons. Then I will also read the comments. So if multiple people are calling them out for cheating, I will just take notice, especially if it's recent and from different players. And the third thing I will check on the Steam profile will be their friend list, if it's open. I will check if they're friends with players that I already know to be banned, or to be vagged or confirmed cheaters. And if so, the pictures start to slowly get clearer. For example, let's take Frenchman. That guy is a bit of the opposite of what I say, because he tends to delete every person who call him out for cheating. But he is a cheater. He have around 4k, or he had around 4k, 5k hours in tf2, and yeah, he was pretty blatant, basically. but he was trying to hide his tools and to hide his cheats. But yeah, he got exposed. And the third thing I would use is a website called SteamHistory.net. This is where the things get interesting because it's a community tool that dig into the player's hidden past, basically. It shows the bans from major community servers like Skyall or Wonderland.tf. It tracks the previous usernames, which can expose some patterns or shared cheat tag. That website is very useful because you can really check a lot of things on it. And if you bump into a private profile, or like on your POV it's a private profile, but in reality it's just a friends only profile, you can still put the URL of the profile on that website and you will manage to get some data on that person to check if that person have some community ban or not, like all of that stuff, and that's really interesting. But yeah, it is okay. One clue, it's not enough. But if you take 2, 3, 4, then you start to get somewhere. For example, someone have a suspicious aim. They've got the 100 hours. The comments are accusing them of cheating, and the history shows some bans on multiple community servers. In that case, I think we can safely say that yes, that person is actually a cheater. And it's basically doing some cross-referencing. You use experience and the available tools to make an educated judgment on the person by also staying the most neutral possible and by crossing the information. Obviously, at the end of the day, none of this work without the experience, as I said. If you have played long enough, especially on some cheat-infested maps, like tf2 used to be, you develop some kind of sixth sense. And I've seen quite my fair share of trigger board, wall hackers, double tap, anti-aim, like whatever, you name it. And nowadays it's just like spy checking. At first you just start to guess, but after a few thousand of hours, honestly it just becomes some instinct. As I said also in the beginning of the video, this method isn't perfect. And it's not about gatekeeping. I'm not here to call everyone a cheater or whatever. But I'm here to share with you what I do to spot cheaters, since it's kinda working for me. And just use the tools, trust your instincts, but always leave some room for the doubt. We are not especially having the POV, so we are just trying to keep the match fair. One last tip I could give you is, if you want to spec someone, when you killbind, open the console and type open menu into it, and you will be able to stay in the spectator mode for as long as you want. So cooldown will just reset, and to get out of it, you will just have to pick another class and you will respawn. Anyways, it was Malatos. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you for the next one.